Hey everybody, I'm Jon Moses, and here's my story. I grew up in a fairly Christian home. We went to church, a lot when I was younger. I was baptized, went through First Communion, but as I got into middle school, we started going, less and less until we just stopped going to church at all. And I kind of fell away from God for a while. But I would say that God definitely started moving in my life again once I got into high school. I had two friends who would constantly ask me like, hey, you want to come to a Wednesday night Bible study, or hey, we have a church gathering, you want to come? And I would always kind of put them off just because I was so afraid of, I guess, going back to it and being, the fish out of water in, a totally new group. But finally, I met Merritt, and after we had been dating for a little while, she asked, hey, do you want to come to the warehouse with me? And at first, I was really nervous about it, and I actually told her, I kind of put it off at first because we were in the thick of cross country, and I was really focused on that, and honestly, I just wanted to sleep in on Sunday mornings. But after cross country ended, I came to a warehouse, and on my first day, I was really nervous and kind of confused because I hadn't been to a church gathering in 4 years, so I really wasn't sure what to do. But through small groups and time after church, I really started getting to know you guys. And while I was no biblical whiz by any means, you guys were great to be around. I decided to come back, and in January we went on a winter retreat, and I would say that's definitely the first time in my life where I really had an encounter with God, and I felt in His presence. I love that feeling, and those days at Glisten were awesome. And I just loved getting to learn more and more about God. And so, those first couple months, everybody here was just really helpful when I had, a silly question, or maybe I didn't completely understand what, the Bible was saying. You guys were really helpful in, helping me understand what it was saying, and I learned a lot. But, I still kind of felt like maybe something was missing, and I really found, what that was on spring break retreat, when I accepted Christ in my life. I still remember Reed saying how, if you put your faith into other things, it'll disappoint you. And I'd definitely been putting a lot of my faith into cross country and track. I'd been really successful at it, so it was really easy for me to put my faith into it. But I'm 5'6", I'm not the tallest guy in the world, and cross country really takes a toll on your body if you haven't done it before. And when he said, if you put your faith in other things, you'll be disappointed, and I looked down and I had an ankle brace on my ankle, and I knew I had put my faith in the wrong thing. So, the next night I decided, you need to get your priorities straight. And, I accepted Christ, and it's obviously, the best decision you can make, and it's, the best decision I've ever made. And I was at a Bible study a couple weeks after that, and it talked about how in Psalms 23, a shepherd takes his rod and sweeps the legs out from under a sheep that has maybe strayed from the pack, and the sheep falls right on its face, but it gets back up and it rejoins the pack. And I would say that's definitely what happened with me. I've been putting a lot of my time into cross country and track, and after spring break, I was too injured to race on, so I ended my season, and that was tough for me. But I used that time to really dive into the Word and get closer with God, and it's obviously a lot better than running. So Jesus to me is someone who he wants me. I rejected him 3 times before I finally came to the warehouse, and he's like that shepherd where if you stray from the pack, he'll sweep you right off your feet. You'll fall on your face, but you'll be back with the pack, and it's what's best for you. So he's definitely a father figure, and he's someone that wants you.